I'm like director now. He's like directs films and shit.
Really?
Well, yeah, dude.
Good for him.
And I'm actually looking to get him on, but he's actually moving to Korea. So I was like, yo, I guess I gotta go to Korea. He's like, you serious? I'm like, dude, yeah. I was like, I need an excuse. I was like, my purpose of this podcast is to travel. So you're giving me like a whole like excuse to go travel.
Yeah, right.
And speaking of traveling, man, you've been traveling all over the fucking place, dude. Yeah, since I've last, because honestly, when's the last time we actually seen each other? Not gonna lie, I think it's been like a decade more.
Easily. Yeah, easily.
Shout out to all the 2014 homies, Dartmouth Indians.
Yeah.
There's not even that many people I talk to from Dartmouth.
Yeah, I talked to Tucker a lot.
Yo, really?
Yep. Tucker, Kayla. She graduated with us.
Oh, yeah, she's married now, right?
Yep.
Yo, congratulations. Congratulations. Dude, that's amazing. Yeah. Dude, I just love seeing people, you know what I mean? Like, and that's why, like, dude, it was so sick, like, actually reaching out to you, too, and, like, seeing you do your shit, dude. Like, you're truly your motivation, bro. Not gonna lie.
Oh, shoot. I don't know about that, but...
He said, hold up, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And hold up.
No, definitely, honestly, like, this time of year, I usually am like, oh, where am I gonna go? But I'm so happy to just, like, be home doing nothing, like, just here, you know? No plan, just relax.
In the sense of, like, where to go, do you mean, like, when it comes to your work travel, or you just mean, like, life?
Yeah, well, both, because honestly, for work, I travel.
I forgot. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers.
Work, travel. Cheers, man.
Cheers. Thank you again, man. I appreciate your time.
No,
it's so awesome to see you.
Glad we made it happen.
Yeah.
Work, travel, and then, you know, while I'm at work, I'm thinking, where am I going to travel for fun? But, dude, this year I was just like, I already know what I'm going to do, and it's nothing. I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm just going to chill. And then maybe I'll travel if I get the bug. But, dude, I don't have the bug. Like, I just want to be, like, chilling. Feel my own weight. Like,
yeah, literally.
Like,
actually
literally.
feel the weight off your shoulders. Right?
Yeah.
Because, honestly, you've been, well, as far as I, you know what I mean, this is, like, as far as I know, you've been traveling ever since, like, out of high school. Like, you've been
pretty much,
for
yeah,
work, right?
pretty much. Let me think. Right out of high school, started to, like, go to college, but it just didn't.
Oh, so you did go to college. See, because we haven't talked in so long that, like, I didn't know what you did right after high school. I just seen you do the BMX stuff. I'm like, oh, that's so fucking sick. Like, I'm just putting a timer on just so I stay track. Because usually with my Roadcaster, I have, like, a tracker for time. Because it has a time clock. This one doesn't have a time clock, so I just have it.
Yeah, no, you're fine. Yeah, what was I saying? Oh, yeah.
After high school, you went to college.
Yeah, I went to BCC. I lasted, like, it's my aunt.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Does she want to come on the podcast?
No, she's busy.
We'll be right back. Oh, wait. Is this on?
Do you need that light on?
What light? This?
Yeah.
Oh, no. This is just, honestly, it's just a holder for this.
Oh, okay.
I do need to get a new stand for this. All right, there we go. Boom. Oh, dude.
All good?
Get my mic on. Your mic's on. Perfect. All right, y'all. So, wait.
Yeah, I can...
This back on. All right, there we go. All right, y'all. So we had some surprise guests.
Yeah.
The family came through, and we learned a lot about noodles.
Yeah, my aunt and uncle came by.
Shout out to the aunt and uncle. Wait, is that on? Okay, that's on. Make sure. Because that glare got me for a second. Let's go.
Yeah.
Dude, that was actually pretty sick, though. That was a pretty cool conversation. I learned a lot about chow mein, lao noodle.
Yeah. So in Fall River, it's called Oriental?
Yeah,
Oriental chow mein. And they make the noodles from, like, complete scratch.
I didn't know they did it from scratch. That was pretty wild. I didn't even know it was, like, a big thing out here. Like, I thought it was just, like, some regular, like, shit you just buy than any, like, international store or whatever.
They have, like, a very specific noodle shape recipe. They make their own, like, chow mein gravy.
Oh, great. Oh,
like,
man.
It's all, like, very, very specific. And so there's a food truck. It pulls up for lunch every day, like, hey, what do you want, blah blah blah. But I was talking to this guy, the food truck guy, and he's known this family a long time, and he said a lot of people, they try to copy the noodle and people just don't like it.
Because it's just that fucking bad. Because it's just whatever the heck they're missing.
Whatever they do, it just...
It's like the Krabby Patty missing formula.
Yep. Yeah, it's just like blows the other competitors out of the water.
Do you think they put crack in it?
No.
I think you're just saying that because you're on the inside.
No,
you're just covering it.
you would think that because so like the local prison in Fall River, they like had chow mein noodles for the longest time, and then for whatever reason the prison like took the noodles off of the menu, and the prisoners had a riot.
Yo, wait, what? Yo, they rioted?
Yeah, long story short, they're back on the menu. Yeah.
Wait, they don't have, because of the chow mein, like they don't have to buy it. They have to buy the chow mein, right, or some shit. Like the fucking prisoners, it's not like a they get it for, well, not free, but it's like they don't have to barter to get that, right?
No barter. It's just on the menu.
Oh,
you know, it's not every day, but it's like they have like a chow mein day.
Oh, okay.
Tuesday's chow mein day. They like completely took that away, and like that following Tuesday was like riot. So,
Yo, imagine the first guy just gets to play excited for some chow mein, and it's like some, what is it? A black bean sandwich.
Yeah, he's like, dude,
what the heck is this? He said because it reminds me of when we were in high school when Michelle Obama took away all candy and everything from the storeroom. Yeah. I remember everyone had a riot on that. We didn't riot hard enough, obviously, but
that was weird because it was when we were freshmen. They had like soda, any type of like
Laffy Taffy to everything.
It was like going to like your normal like Cumberland Farms gas station convenience store, but at our school. And what's crazy is like, dude, that next year might as well have like fast forwarded 10 years into the future. We're eating like, I don't even know, like candy that tastes like freaking leaves, and it was like it wasn't cool, man.
Yeah, no, dude, I don't even...
Like, it wasn't, they didn't even like wean us off of it. It just went from like Laffy Taffy to like the most craziest natural stuff ever, like sticks in a bag.
Dude, even the fat kids had heart attacks that day. They're like, whoa, where's my Swedish fish? It's like, shit, dude, it was crazy. Dude, well, I was gonna say, I think it is pretty crazy because now, especially like people are waking up so much more with like food and health and all that stuff.
Sure.
Because I honestly, because I've been ignorant of it. I don't know if you've seen that commercial with like the Red 40, like what the Red 40 chemical is.
Bugs.
Yeah,
it's bugs.
I was bugging.
Yeah. Yeah, it's bugs. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just like people are waking up. I wonder how much is going to change like in the next couple of years. Like are things going to be completely eliminated from the American diet? Like is like our like fast food chains going to some of them going to be out of competition and stuff? You don't think so?
No, I don't think so, because, and I'll tell you why. Like, I mean, because you've left our hometown, right?
Yeah.
But like, dude, there's a lot of people in this country who like they just want to work. Like, they'll kill bugs, like whatever. And not even the people that work, the people that own those companies, they just want to make money. Like, so whether it's bugs, this, that, if they can't find bugs anymore for the Red 40, they'll figure something else out. That Red 40 will still be produced. It might be called Der 04, but dude, like they'll flip it around, like those you can't underestimate those big corporations, especially in this country. Like it's definitely a real thing.
Yeah, it is. How much money and influence they have, and especially with collusions with like pharmaceutical companies, because it's like a big team, really. It's like a cycle. It's like they play, well, it's obviously planned in some sense, because again, you go to the health and what we're putting in our bodies, where like that's a good, honestly, you nailed it in the head. Like America, like, because it's crazy. I'm talking to this girl from Brazil, and it's like the lifestyle. I'm like, like our lifestyle is so much like ours is work. It's not like family oriented or anything like the other world is. So it's like you said, they promote that, and people just get Hardee's and McDonald's every day because they don't have the time to make a good meal. Yeah. And then you...
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. No,
go ahead. Off. No, yeah, and I bet like you asked that your friend, and like she'll straight up tell you, like, her family will be like, hey, are you okay if you don't show up to one of their gatherings? And it's not like it's a holiday down there. It's just like, no, every Friday we cook together.
Yeah.
It's just how it is. But yeah, in America, there's not really like culture. Like, people go, oh, hamburgers, pizza, fries, but it's like, no, like, we don't really have like a greeting, or like, it's very individual here. Like, everyone's like trying to be their own thing or their own energy, which is cool. It's definitely like unique to the rest of the world. But yeah, it's pretty shocking how like the rest of the world is a lot more family orientated than around here. And the stuff around here that is, it's because they're Asian or Portuguese or this or that. Like, it's, I don't know, I don't want to put anyone in a box, but
well, no,
I
you're
think
not
you know.
you're not like wrong though, because it's just, again, like, those are cultures, or there, or just all culture. I feel like all culture you get outside of America, because I feel like America used to be promoting of like nuclear family and like tradition. Well, nowadays now it's so again, it's individualism. Forget your it's all about you, not like your neighbor, your community, or something like that. But I think people are because I know we had a conversation before on the phone. I think people are just like waking up now more than ever, and like realizing how important and precious it is to have the unique connection of conversation and getting on deeper levels with other people, instead of just basic surface level shit of like,
definitely,
oh dang, like that's.
Yeah, and I don't know, for the people that do question like that whole corporate this big money, big bosses, it's like, I used to be like that, and I'm not saying work for $8 an hour and this and that, but you have to realize, like,
Child labor, right? We need that back.
Well, that might be a different podcast, man.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, I'm with you.
Like, my buddy Owen was explaining it to me. He's like, dude, like, I work for a big corporate thing. Like, how I am in my off time, but you have to realize, like, during the holidays, like, that money trickles down, and he's one of the guys that it trickles down to, and then that money trickles down, and so on and so forth. Like, yeah, maybe corporations aren't good, but in the meantime, while you have it, go for it. And then if there's another path you want to take, you can go for that too. But at the end of the day, like, he's got his mortgage, groceries, wife, like, car, like,
kids or no?
I mean, that's one of his goals. So. He has to be in that mindset until maybe something else happens, or he decides,
Mm-hmm. But the thing is, I agree with you though too on that. Like I understand, like, there is benefits to corporations in a sense of, like, because you have to think they do supply a lot of jobs, like Walmart, for example. That's actually something we can branch off to. Actually, we were talking about before too.
Totally.
But like, you think about it. How many? Because it's not easy. A lot of people criticize people at the top, even though everybody wants to be at the top, which is weird to me. It's a weird mindset. It's like, how can you criticize something that you wish you would be in a position? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And it is a lot of pressure. I understand, like you said, there are dark corners of corporations, stuff like that. But like, in the majority, like, they do supply a good structure of society where they offer jobs. Because like, imagine being in the middle of fucking Timbuktu and there's nothing there, but like maybe a small mom and pop shop, but like, who are they hiring? Probably their grandkids. You know what I'm saying, bro? Yeah. So it's like a Walmart or something like that comes out there, gives them opportunity, something more than just what they're stuck with. And so, there's good, but then also, of course, there's a balance to it all. But yeah, talk about Walmart though, because we were talking about this before.
Oh yeah, what do you want to know about Walmart?
Yeah, dude. Well, I heard they're investing in BMX like fucking trails and all that.
Yeah, mountain bike trails. So the Walton family, who like created Walmart, there's two brothers, and they might not live there full time, but they created and founded Walmart in Bentonville, Arkansas. So pretty much they want this hub of like bike trails, bike network where they're from. And
my fault. I just want to make sure they're recorded.
Oh.
Yeah, my fault. Yeah, if you see the red light, actually, yeah, since you're over there, if you see the red light ever go off on there, let me know.
Oh yeah, no, it's it's
Still
good.
going. All right, my fault. I mean, so where Walmart originated, they're just trying to make it a hub for biking and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
like they even bought the trademark of like the mountain bike capital of the world. Like they
Wait, you
bought
can buy that?
they bought those words for their town.
Wait, so anyone can fucking take it? So any motherfucker can. So say for example, we got enough money to buy it off Walmart, we could take it. We could take that name.
I don't know. They might like own it now.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how a trademark works, but
Okay.
they might just have it now. But it, at the end of the day, if you think for yourself, you got to be like, well, is it really? No, but it's one of the meccas
Yeah.
of mountain biking.
Okay.
Thanks to these two brothers that absolutely love mountain biking.
Have you ever biked with them or like met them?
No, but I've heard a story where from my coworkers that they were at work and one of the brothers just like dropped in on a helicopter, like landed right near the excavator just to like check on the guys, and then was like, looks good, and then took the helicopter and went over to the next job site.
Yo, what the fuck? That's some true gangster stuff right there.
Yeah, that's Walmart money.
That's yeah. What was it? Save money, live better.
Yeah.
And he comes out of a helicopter. Like that's what it just says every time he jumps out of the helicopter. Save money, live better. Walmart. Ding. Like smile on his face. Well, actually, let me like just start from like in the beginning of like what got you into like biking at all? Like, were you interested by someone? Like, were you watching people growing up, like Tony Hawk? Well, I know he wasn't into BMXing, but I don't know if anyone like that in BMXing that you looked up to growing up, or was it something you picked up at like during high school, stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, I always biked even before high school, but I'd say in high school is when, that's kind of when like YouTube came out.
Yeah.
And my buddy Dan, he didn't go to high school with us, but he would show me these videos, and I was like, dang, that's like, it kind of opened up my eyes to like, oh, like you can do that on these bikes. So I would like imitate the tricks and stuff and like what they would do, how they would jump, and like my buddy and I, we turned out to be like picking it up pretty quick,
And he was already into riding before, or was he showing you at the same time? Like you both
Yeah, we kind of got into it at the same time. He had like kind of like a crappy kid's bike, and I had one that was like a little better, but it wasn't. They weren't good bikes. Like,
what was this one you would just pick up at like a fucking like a random store, like a I was gonna say
dude,
a Walmart. No,
like I honestly maybe like he. I remember to this day, it was so small, and like I'm about 5'6" on a tall day, like 5'6". This dude's like 5'11", like he was riding a smaller bike than I was, and still like killing it. Like, yeah, I'll never forget. There was a bunch of us at our buddy Drew's house.
Oh wait, Drewski? Like Hungo Tucker?
No, different Drew.
Oh, Robertson. Okay, no.
Yeah,
Okay.
but we can definitely talk about that Drew too. This Drew, his dad built him like pretty much a bank takeoff with a flat tabletop to a bank landing, and it was down his like sketchy rock driveway, but down a hill, and we're all like classic, like we're all up there on the hill, like I don't know, you hit it, I don't know, you hit it. And like, dude, I remember Dan on his crappy bike. He's like, I'll freaking hit it. And I was like, dude, I don't want to look like a, And I followed Dan down the jump, and we both cleared it. And I was like, holy smokes! Like, and after that, like, we caught the bug. Like that was it.
What was that feeling like when you landed? Like, how was it? Or even in the air? Maybe it was the feeling mid-air. You're like, wow, like this is
I don't know.
it.
Like,
Excuse me.
Looking back, it's like, it's interesting because in your mind, you're like, I don't want to fall, but looking back, you're like, you almost fake that, oh, I could do that, but how do you know if you've never done it? Like, but yeah, like we were both just like, yeah, we could do that. And dude, it's weird because it like, we kind of got spoiled because we cleared the jump like first, try.
Ever.
And for a kid, that's like, oh, you know, like, and we just kept chasing that, and like, yeah, I mean, it, obviously we're still chasing it, you know?
That high.
Yeah.
It's like chasing
It's
the
like,
unicorn.
yeah, it's like free drugs. Like,
Literally.
but it's hard to explain, like, because besides weed, I haven't really dabbled in like drugs, you know.
Yeah.
But
Sorry. Go ahead.
no, all you.
Well, I was gonna say honestly, not gonna lie, like I've been thinking a lot about like honestly, my goal next year, like my new year is going taking a tea break from cannabis. For a month.
Nice.
Just because you're talking about physical, is like I don't want to say because I don't bike like you, but I think like just the physical exertion aspect is that high cannot be compared to like weed's natural and stuff, but it's just not the same. Like I'll run, bro, and I get such a clear high. Like you're just
totally.
like, oh, I'm feeling good, but like your mind is so
like,
clear of everything. And you're just like, wow.
Dude, even if like I don't like disclaimer, I don't want to like kill anyone, but if you're like sick, like I've been sick, dude, and I'm like, I don't want to go to work. Like I feel like crap, but I'm like, just go. And I show up to work and I'm like, oh, you know what? I feel better. You feel crappy when you get back home at the end of the day because you're not doing anything. And that's kind of how I feel about weed and like alcohol is like, I get it from a social standpoint and like medical use, totally understand. And I feel and I have empathy for like anxious people and whatever. But compared to like going on a run or trying to do a jump, all you have to do with alcohol is go like this. Oh, I feel great. Weed, go like this with a lighter. And it's like, what is that really for? Like you're chasing this dopamine that you're not doing anything to get. Like, yeah, you bought it, but what did you like do to get up that hill? Like everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but that's just how I feel about it. Like I've tried weed probably 100 times, and like I don't know, I've had 10 good experiences with it. Like alcohol, maybe I don't know, 24 times. Like
really.
Yeah, maybe.
See, you know what's so crazy? Because it's like me growing up, like in high school, I thought you were like the party animal. Like you looked like that cool dude. Like, yeah, dude, man. I go to Ragers. I'm like, yeah, he definitely goes to Ragers.
Dude, yeah, I was just raging like by myself, I guess. Without, there wasn't even. I was so alone. There wasn't even beer or alcohol or weed.
He's like, I'm just high on life.
Yeah, if there was, I wouldn't have used it because it would have went away.
Yo, that's crazy. Yo, that's funny.
I'm only joking. But
no, but that's funny. Yo, it's just cool, like crazy hearing you like say that because it's like again, like when you're in high school, we have these perceptions of people we don't talk to. Like again, we weren't that close. Like we were acquaintances, but we never got that close. So I just had this perception of you where it's like, oh, he must be fucking like doing mad fucking wild shit, you know? So it's like to hear you're like, yeah, I didn't drink. I don't even drink that much. I'm like, oh wait, what? Like,
I remember though. Like you know how it was in high school. There was always some like, oh, you know, this person's having a party. Like. I remember someone had a party and I was like, I'm going to bring alcohol so they like me. Dude, I didn't drink it or anything. I think I traded it. Really? Like a bottle of vodka. Like, sorry, Mom. I straight up like took it out of the cabinet. I was like, I'm going to get a girl or something, you know, like I was bartering with life, just like ready to trade anything.
Just to get some homies, like what's good.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say her name, but yeah, there was a girl that I knew would be there, and I was just like, I don't know. You just do like dumb stuff.
Like, dude, we're young, dumb, full of testosterone, dude. We're just like, yeah, I'll do anything. Oh, you want me to jump over that cliff? Oh, I got you, shorty.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah.
No, dude, that's crazy to say because like that's something like I see like honestly, yeah, I reflect on myself like certain things like oh like I gotta bring this to be cool to fit in with the people, but in actuality, dude, like a lot of people just loved you probably just for you, dude. You know what I mean? Because like, dude, you're definitely like cool people, bro. And that's why I was like, it's so crazy like when you said it, like, dude, why do we not hang out like outside of like that surface level? But you know what I mean? Things happen for a reason. But I think it's just like high school, bro. We have this false perception of popularity and reality that like, oh, we have to be cool, but it's like
nah, for sure. Honestly, dude, like, and I don't know who's gonna watch this, but like for anyone that like we went to school with, like you just do stuff because you're like, oh, what's gonna help me get a girl? Like what? Like I wanna have a relationship. Like I can remember dudes were like nasty at skateboarding, and like junior, senior year, like they totally switch up, and it's like, all right, dude, you don't like lacrosse that much, but there's a girl that you like you don't like lacrosse that much.
And
dude.
I seen her post that she's looking for a lacrosse dude on the fucking Facebook.
Like looking back, it made sense because, like, dude, all the girls go to the games and they watch. It's like they're picking their boyfriend pretty much. Like, oh, that guy runs fast. Like, that's who I want to date. Like, that's just how it was. Like. Yeah, I hope I'm not going too far, but
no, not at all, dude. That's just that's just like common like understanding though. Like everybody looks back like, oh damn, I really did that for some girl. Like wait, what? Like I really like, oh dude, it's
there's some homies out there. They became the best lacrosse players in the world just because.
He's like, but dude, isn't that? But that's what, dude. That's what we men do though. Like we'll do anything to make to get the attention of women. You know, to be of value as well. And I obviously, dude, I went to running. I don't know why I did that. There's no fucking chicks pointing out faster runners. I don't see women in a track field. Hey, look at that runner. Yeah, he's got long legs. Bro. He's got long legs. I chose the wrong sport. I should have chose lacrosse. That's what I should have done. But like looking back at yourself in high school, like. Did you, because you're saying you got into biking, you did that jump and stuff, like, so what was that just your main goal after you hit that jump? Like, this is my lifestyle, like I want to live this life every day. Like, did you see yourself doing that, or was it more just like pursuing it as a hobby? No,
dude, honestly, I don't know. It's weird. It's hard to explain, but I'll do my best. Like, we would. My friend Dan Carmen, shout out to my friend Dan Carmen, man. Hope all is well. But yeah, we like, it was just like, dude, every weekend. Like he went to what is it, Bristol Aggie?
Oh yeah, the
agricultural school, and then I went to Dartmouth High. But every weekend it was like, what are we doing? What videos are we gonna take? Where are we gonna take them? Oh, wow. Like maybe we'd even go as far as like what tricks.
Oh really?
But like that Thursday, Friday coming into the weekend was just like, what are we gonna do? Like, and it just never got old. Like, and he went his own way because he had to work, and then I had to work. But I just kept finding friends that would bike or skate, like, and it. Like, dude, I don't even think Dan knows this, but I can't thank him enough because he was so good to where I knew what he could do, and he was pretty, like, present, but I would just sort of, like, direct or, like, orchestrate, like, all right, you're going to, do a truck driver here, double tail whip here, do this, and then end it with this. And then he would have his input, like, no, I don't want to do that, but I'll do that. And then you kind of like, you almost like barter, like banter back and forth for like a compromise of what you're going to film and go from there.
Yeah, because you're trying to figure out, you're trying to find something that's most appeasing to people when they're watching it. Like, all right, what's the best trick? What's the best, like, I don't know if that's what you were thinking when you were producing the video. Or are you just making a video just because at that point? Like, I don't know what your main goal, like, when it comes to videos.
At the time, the goal was just, like, to see if we could do it.
Okay.
Honestly, that was, like, we watched, what were they called? I think they were called, like, the Rad Crew. These, like, Australian guys.
The Rad Crew.
But,
that sounds rad.
Yeah, Stan Smirnoff and Tyler Boner. I'm not even kidding.
Smirnoff and Boner. Yeah, that's wild
Smirnoff
names.
and Boner, dude. And these guys went so hard. And then Ryan Williams, actually, he's still like, to this day, like, super talented, like one of the best to like ride scooter, rollerblades, BMX. Like, really? Yeah, he tours with Nitro Circus. He's like one of the main dudes. But yeah, we just like, we wanted to see, just like those guys, like how far we could push it. And I mean, I can't thank Dan enough, because he taught me like how to kind of vibe out with people and be like, you know, because when you're watching a video, you're like, oh, that's cool. But you don't really realize like some of that stuff will take 20 tries over the course of like 2 hours. Like I've been hanging out with people and like, dude, they'll try it for 300 tries and we won't even get it. We'll just like go out to eat and get pizza and then go home. And you're all like bummed out, like, oh, we got to go there next Sunday and try it again. But yeah, like there's a lot of work that like goes into it.
And that's the thing too. People like they'll look at videos like that, like, oh damn, like it's just they ridicule and like don't understand the process and the timing. Like you said, like the back directing. It's like, oh, how are we going to do it this way? Is it better angle this way? Are we gonna? Oh, what this is a better? I think this area is better. There's so much work to make, especially when it comes to because that's not easy too. Especially because you have to look at. If you actually want to make it a living, like you said, sponsorships, doing all that other stuff to getting your name out there and collaborating, it's not easy. And like, how was it? Did you guys like as you started posting more videos and stuff? Did you? Because I know you said you were like, when you guys start like getting more busier with life and stuff, you started finding other people to bike with. But like, when you guys were like in the beginning, was it easy to connect with people? Like people who saw your videos, like, oh, let's do something, or was it?
Yeah, totally. Because no one. At the time, like when you were in high school, you might have worked, but outside of school, like you had a lot of free time. So I'd say like the quantity of videos just like boom, like we could produce one every couple of weekends. But yeah, as we got older, I think it was more about like instead of just putting out a video, we would start to collect footage, and that's when it started getting more like, all right, think of a song, maybe 2 songs. What do we want like the viewer to actually see? And you create this like personality. And in like the BMX skate world, we would call this like a video part. So like say you skateboarded or you rollerbladed or you rode BMX, like it would be like, all right, this is Elijah's video part. And then Dan would be next. And then, my buddy Pete and then my buddy Owen.
And would that be the same day y'all were doing together and it's just clips of what you guys each did? Or is it just a whole collaboration of like different videos of this person in one?
Yeah, it could be over the course of like 2 years. We collected all this footage, and then, you have like, what's like one of your favorite songs?
Never Gonna Give You Up. Never gonna. That's the first one that came to mind.
That's 2009. What's that called? Rick rolled song.
Yeah, Rick rolled.
That's like the first meme ever created.
Actually, what is the first meme? That would be cool. Like historically.
I don't want to know, dude.
It's just
until
like,
Oh shit, my bad. No, you're fine.
You're good.
But yeah, like you would have a song put to all of your clips that you collected for like 2 years, and then it's like they call it a cameo. Maybe Dan got a clip the same day you got a clip, and Dan has one clip at the same spot that you have a clip, but he's almost like a guest in your video part, kind of like how like an artist will be featured on a song, but a little less frequency. Like they just have one little clip.
So it'd be like this is Alex's collage is what I'm saying, and then it'll be montage. You and it'll be Dan in between, like randomly, just one little,
or two, but you almost kind of know, like, oh, that's Dan, like he's gonna be later in the video, type of thing,
And did you do all the editing yourself, or did you guys like, oh really? Yeah. So how was that? Like, what did you use to edit? Especially back then when YouTube, you know what I mean? Like that must have been because I only just started getting into editing, you know what I mean, within the past honestly year, like editing my own videos and shit.
Yeah,
and, like,
right.
The technology now, I can't even imagine back then, like how difficult it was and like challenging. Was it like a curveball for you, or was that kind of easy to pick up?
No, I mean, iMovie made it pretty.
Oh, yep, I'm okay.
Like simple, but dude, it was so slow. Like you had to like And I don't know, I wasn't like the brightest kid. Like, so I would just use like the laptop pad to like edit stuff. And like looking back, I could have just got a mouse, but I don't know. Like, I was too focused on like, I just want to like get this done and see the thing through. But yeah, iMovies is what I started with.
Would you, let's just say with like, well, like right now with like your BMX like career, because I know all along I want to go back to Walmart because you're helping build the trails, right? With them in Arkansas.
Yep.
All right. So like, how did you even get yourself like in? Like, did they know about you? Like, did they reach out and like, hey, like we see you're in a big thing in the BMX? Like, how that
pure nepotism, if you want to call it that. Like, so right down the road is where my grandma and like my dad, his siblings grew up. And they grew up with this other family who has a bunch of kids, like his family. And one of those sisters married this Canadian dude who is like best friends with my dad. And my dad taught his friend Dave, our friend Dave, how to surf when they were like 20. Because he married my dad's neighbor. And fast forward, you know, I'm 10, 15. I knew who Dave was, like Canadian guy who surfs, fishes, rides bikes. But I never really knew like what he did for work. My dad explained it to me like, oh yeah, Dave, you know what he does? He rides bike trails with a chainsaw in his backpack. And if a branch hits him in the face, they cut the branch. That way when the public goes down, the public doesn't get hit in the face with branches. And I'm like, oh, that's a pretty cool job. But it's more, there's more to it. But yeah, fast forward, there was a summer, Dave was like, hey, we have a job site in Western Mass. You want to go check it out? And I was like, yeah, I'll go check it out. And like, I was 19, like, I had to like quit my job. Like, it was kind of a big...
What happened, if you don't mind me asking, like in that time? Like, was it just a big mental, like, clarity, like kind of reset, or like what was going on? If you don't mind asking,
I don't know how to explain it, but I was like, I was smart enough, but not experienced enough. But I knew like, this is an opportunity. I've never mountain biked. I ride BMX, so it can't be that much different. But I was like, if I don't do this, like I'll never know. You know, and yeah, I went up there, and believe it or not, this dude Chris Conrad and Kerry Crandall, they were like two of Dave's main guys at the time, and they're building this like huge step up lip. So you pretty much, you ride up almost a wall, and you just like launch, and this was the last jump of the trail that they had been working on all summer.
And that's from coming down from a descent, right? Like you have the momentum to go. I was going to say, yo, that'd be crazy if you had to gain the momentum yourself, like just from scratch.
Well, you gain it because of the descent behind you. Mm-hmm. But Conrad, he towed me up on my mountain bike with his four-wheeler. I just held on my handlebars with a rope. And he towed me up the jump trail. And then turned around and said, all right, I'll go down. I'll take a video of you. Give me a minute. And dude, I'll never forget. He turns the four-wheeler around. He used to call them peelers. Peelers. So he turns the peeler around and he just like clears the first mountain bike jump on the four-wheeler. Yo. You just see it. You see his little hat disappear from the top of the landing. Now he's in the bottom of the transition going up to the next takeoff. You just see, like, it was almost like his hat was floating off his head and he'd land, boom. And I'm like, dude, where am I right now? This is crazy. And yeah, I kind of waited for the four-wheeler.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. Just waited for the four-wheeler to like stop making noise, and I dropped in, and that was my first mountain bike experience.
How, like, were you, like, when you're, after he did that, like, were you just like, oh dang, like nervous, like, or were you just excited just to get it done? Like,
no, I was just excited. Like, I was just like, like, it's weird when, I don't know, when you're 19, like, I'd love to almost put myself back there, but you just go, I'll do it. Like, you don't really think too much about consequences when you're 19, especially a 19-year-old young man. Like, you're just like, I'll do it.
Yeah, they're like, and when that moment, like after you like went through that experience, like were you kind of just like, wow, like this is becoming reality. Like I'm getting more and more delved into the culture of biking and becoming more of my life now. Like, was there something like that going on in your mind at the time, or was that you were just enjoying the moment more? Like, I don't know how.
Yeah, like to
if I'm making sense of that. Yeah,
no,
okay.
Totally, man. To put it in what you're saying, I went up there, and I was like, well, it's a job, this, that. I didn't really know how similar it was to like the bike life that I already knew. But to think back on how quickly it just like transferred over, like the biking part was pretty easy, but then you have the work side of it where like, you know, we hit that jump, did some testing, and then we get home. Like I still had to unpack. And then Conrad's like this crazy energetic guy, like one of the smartest guys I've ever met, and like taught me a lot on just like how to be a young man, how to be respectful, you know, stuff like that.
How old was he? Was he like, what, 30s or something? Like when you
Yeah, probably. If he wasn't 38, 39, he'd probably already been in his 40s at that time. But we get home, and he's like, "Hey man, we won't stay out for long. We're just gonna go there, look at the stars." And I'm like, "Yeah, cool. I'll go with you guys." And
this is in Massachusetts, right?
Yeah, Western Mass.
Yeah.
Shout out to Thunder Mountain Bike Park.
That sounds lit.
Yeah.
That sounds like a dope park.
Berkshire East Ski Resort.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's on the very corner of Western Mass, like
northeast of, like in the corner, like in the corner.
Northwest, super close to Mount Snow.
Oh, okay,
like
yep. Okay,
on the Vermont line.
Oh, really?
Pretty much like bordering Vermont. And yeah, we go up to the top of the mountain at night by this like windmill to go like watch the stars, and there's solar panels, and I'm like, dude, this is like crazy. Like, cause I don't know, I hadn't really like left here until I was up there. Like I felt so far away, you know, and we're at the top of this mountain looking at the stars, talking this, that. KC, Kerry Crandall was there. That him and Conrad were like Batman and Robin, man. They were like inseparable, and they never like disrespected me, insulted me. They would always like, all right, man, like even outside of work, this is how you like talk to a girl, or this is how you talk to someone who is in charge, you know, this is how you do this, that. But yeah, we were just hanging out, chilling, vibing, and it till like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
And then we got to get up at 6. This is my first day of like work. We got to get up at 6 to go work on the jump that we had tested the day before. And yeah, my first day of like work, dude, I'm brooming dirt.
Up the hill?
Yeah, up the takeoff of the jump. I'm brooming the dirt.
Yeah, what?
And I'm like, I'm not questioning it because like these guys, they built it and like they know. But yeah, I'm trying to put myself in that like, oh, like, because I know now, you know, why we were brooming the dirt. But you know, we're brooming the dirt. And I'm just like, dude, how long are we gonna broom the dirt for?
No, knowing me, I would have thought the same thing. I'm like, we're just moving dust around. Like, what is like, what's the purpose? Oh, so what is the purpose of it? Like,
let me think.
No rush.
I was brooming it, so I'm not actually looking at the takeoff. I'm brooming towards the takeoff, but I'm looking away from it. And then Conrad was doing something else, like, to where it would make this nice, clean, consistent slate of dirt. Mm-hmm. So almost like when you groom snow.
Oh, the groomers on the mountain?
Yep, you want this like close to perfect corduroy for the first fresh tracks, you know? So we're brooming so people have nice fresh tracks to hit this jump. And I was, you know, what am I doing this for? And then I finally I turn around and I go, oh, all right, that makes sense. Now it's all just one clean pathway, no rocks, pure dirt. It just, even if you didn't bike, you'd be like, dude, I want to freaking ride that. That's how nice it looked.
Dude, it is pretty crazy. It's just like how, again, everything has a science. I mean, just even like the noodles, like we were talking about, like everything is, dude, everything is a science, bro. To get everything perfect and precise, like one small pebble can lose the traction and lose your velocity that you're trying to be a PR or a record to reach the height or be able to do a triple backflip off the ramp. You know what I mean? Because there's people that go so meticulous with their sport that it brings a beauty to it though. Because it like, I don't know about you, like I don't know if you've ever like had a moment where like you were just like not like bored, but you just didn't have that much excitement for the same thing you've been doing for a while, and then like something kind of reignited it. So I don't know if that's ever happened to you in your BMX like career so far.
Oh yeah, honestly, like that's where I'm at right now with both BMX and like my mountain bike trail building career. I've just done it for a decade now, like pretty commercially and professionally, so it's like whenever I see people in the community, I'm super like I embrace their pathway, but I don't really embrace my own as much as I used to, just for kind of what you were saying, like not that I'm bored, but I'm into different stuff. Like I know I'll always have that velocity of passion, but you know, like right now, I like watching videos about watches.
Oh, okay.
And
wait, you just
like,
go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, not to cut you off.
No, perfect. No, I cut you off.
It's like a new thing to me that I know nothing about. Like, and it's kind of like BMX. There's different people that do this and that, and it's just a different community. Like,
That's I think cool you say that. That's why, because I actually just bought this watch too. Wait, so what watch do you have?
This is just like a normal G-Shock.
Oh, dude, G-Shocks are sick though. Because I was looking at it, I was like, oh, that looks pretty nice, honestly. I like the color. It reminds me of like, honestly, like a 90s, like fucking throwback watch or some shit. Like, just because like I would see some people, it looks cool as fuck. I would fucking rock that shit.
Yeah, I was actually, I got this when I was with my buddy Angelo and Owen, at the Providence Place Mall, actually.
R.I.P. to that place. Yeah, that's not open anymore, right? They shut that down.
No,
or am I thinking of a different one?
It's still there.
Oh, okay. No, I'm thinking of
maybe the Swansea Mall or something.
That's the one.
Yeah.
I knew one of them recently shut down. Well, not recently, but they've been shut down for a while now. Wait, so what intrigues you about watches then? Like, what is it? Just because like the meticulous gearing and stuff that goes along with like making it and getting the exact timing down, or like? Dude,
yeah, all of it. Like now when I'm out and about, like if someone has a watch, it's just like, oh hey, what's that watch? Like I wasn't always super like social, so I try to find stuff that's not like asking someone about their watch. If they get uncomfortable about that, I don't know, they might have their own quirk, but that's a pretty normal thing in my opinion to be like, hey, what's that watch about? Like,
and that's cool because it's like, honestly, they might honestly be excited to tell you about the watch. Totally. Right? I can imagine. Have you noticed that? Like, people are excited to want to tell. Oh, okay, yeah.
And then, oh, what's your name? Oh, yeah. And you know, I don't know. I'm just a curious person. Like, I'm not gonna ask about stuff I don't like because I'm just not interested in it. But the stuff I'm interested in, like, I'm pretty curious. I'll try to like dive, not super deep, but just enough to like know about it. You know.
Are you gonna make your own watch now?
Dude, it's funny you say that because, long story short.
Get the fuck out! Go ahead. Go.
Yeah. My dad dated a jeweler for a really long time, and forever. Her and I had this idea. We were gonna make like a pendant or a ring to give out at the end of. I'm kind of giving away a secret here, but at the end of a big BMX skateboarding video premiere, we were gonna create, you know, something that's like a physical memorabilia.
Yeah, that's unique to the event and everything.
Yeah, like since this whole watch thing, I like, shout out to my dad and just harmony. Like the nature of relationships is sometimes they come to an end. They're no longer together, but I'm still super cool with her and her son. I recently reached out to her about like, hey, do you know like a watchmaker?
Yeah.
Because I think it'd be cool to have like some sort of watch from scratch. But I have no idea like how you even go about that. It probably costs an exuberant amount of money that I don't have. So
yeah, you never know. Things will fall into place in ways you never expect.
No,
you know?
Totally, man. And that's a good point. Like for anyone that's listening, you gotta think big. Like no matter what, you wanna change tires, detail cars, anything, cook noodles, work at a bike shop, be a professional at something you're interested in. You have to think big. And at the same time, this is gonna like totally contrast everything I'm saying. You have to do it in baby steps. But thinking big is always gonna help you take yourself to a level that you don't know. You don't know those levels because you've never experienced it. If you and I go into the kitchen right now and go, hey, we gotta make pizza, unless we look it up on YouTube, dude, like we're figuring that thing out. Mm-hmm. Do we look like pizza makers? No. But you gotta go, you know what, I'm gonna make a pizza. Yeah. But you don't just go, blam, pizza. You gotta get the dough, make the sauce, source the cheese, and go from there.
Dude, dude, I love it because I think because especially me growing up too, I would always overwhelm myself by looking at a big picture, and then it would stun me to a point where I wouldn't take action. And instead of, look at this big pizza and take it one slice at a time.
Totally. Yeah, one ingredient at a time. Like, and I would say that's more of like an our generation thing. Like we just, because there's so much evidence of what you can be, who you can be, but not a lot of people, and they shouldn't have to, but there are still those like cool videos of they kind of break down how to be confident, how to be this, that, but sometimes and most often you just have to like start doing stuff. That like it's worked for me, to be honest, and sometimes it's impulsive, sometimes it gets you in a position where you're like, shoot. But honestly, you think back and you go, you know what? If I hadn't done that, I would have never done that. But then I would have never met that person. And then, but you don't, like, you and I were sitting on couches doing an interview, but like, if I was just here by myself, like, what am I really doing? Just sitting on the couch. You got to start like acting, taking action.
Let me ask you, like, what moment in your life looking back was like a monumental moment to bring you to where you're at now? Like, for example, like was in California. I was in a bad place mentally. I even shaved my dreads off. Because I needed change, and I didn't know what was an instant change, and that was the first instant change I had control of. Even though it was all change within me, which is who I was, the man I was becoming. I didn't want to become, and I'm glad I went through that. That hit in the ground moment, because I don't know where I'd be. And so that's an example. It doesn't have to be that, but if it could be an exciting moment, like when you went up that ramp and you're like, oh, from then on I believed in myself more to do crazier things, and you know what I'm saying. You take your time, no rush, but because there's a lot I can imagine.
What made you want to shave your head?
Oh no, I just wanted to change, okay. So quick little story. So I was in a toxic relationship. I was an asshole. I'm not gonna lie. I was a bad man. I couldn't communicate my emotions, what I wanted in a relationship, and then vice versa. It was just, we just weren't good for each other,
Sure.
And it's funny you say that. Sometimes it's a sporadic moment, and my friend sporadically called me fucking, and sorry, I'm trying not to swear. 2019, he calls me and he said, "Hey, you want an opportunity to grow weed out in California?" And honestly, man, I didn't even think about anyone else but myself, and that's what kind of like woke me up and like, yeah, maybe I'm not like I shouldn't be in a relationship. So I was just like, I was like, yeah, I'm down, and I'm like, oh wait, I gotta talk to my girlfriend because we were living together at my mom's place, so it's like I was gonna leave her for a year.
Yeah, and I hear you.
Yeah, and I talked to her, and she's like, yeah, it's fine. Then I moved out there, and I realized that I really didn't care, and not care in like a negative, like I just like, I care for her. I wish the best for her. God bless. I hope she's doing great, phenomenal now. But it's just like, I didn't care about the relationship. I really did. I was just, I was just,
you might be, sorry to cut you
off. No,
like,
you're good. Yeah, you're good.
You might be going a little too hard on yourself. Like, I think you did, but you cared more about what you wanted to do as opposed to what she wanted you to do in the relationship, even for yourself. You just chose without, like, talking to her about it. And looking back, 5 years ago, man, like, you're probably a totally different dude at this time in your life. And, like, I don't know, that sounds like a cool opportunity. Why wouldn't you want to go there? And dude, like, for anybody that's out there living at their mom's in a relationship, what are you doing? You probably shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
Like, you probably should have been picking weed.
It was meant to be, dude.
Like,
that's a good way to look at it. Yeah, that's a good. I appreciate it because I don't know if it's us men. We just always beat ourselves up harder than we necessarily need to.
Nah, we're accountable, man. Like we're like, I mean, most people are, but yeah, there's just like there's a level of accountability and responsibility. Like, you still to this day, it sounds like you feel responsible for being selfish in that relationship, but at the end of the day, are you in that relationship anymore? And do you regret going to pick weed? No, I don't think so.
No. Honestly, honestly, going back to what you're saying, like, things happen because, like, honestly, if I didn't go there, I wouldn't have gone into podcasting, listening to the podcast. And then my friend Gio, shout out to him, he's like, yo, what do you want to do after this? I'm like, honestly, I want to get into podcasting. And then
Sick, man.
That's where I am. And that's the thing. I just gotta, appreciate how things happen. But yeah, let's go back to you though. Like, what was that moment in your life where you were just like, yo, like, I just need to push myself. Like, I can do more. I can do more than this. Like, Dude,
I'll tell you. I don't. It's not one specific moment. Let me just say that, because there's amplitudes of trajectory that I've been on with peaks and valleys. And honestly, like, I'm coming off of like a 2-year low, I would say. I wouldn't say I'm rising, but I'm out of the low that I've been in, like, mentally. And I'll tell you why. That's because of a peak. Yeah. So,
the highest of peaks can bring the deepest of valleys, or something like that. Some crazy shit. My
was.
Get you off.
No, you're fine, man. I might botch this. No. 2022. I was skateboarding, like downhill for skateboarding. You wear like the gloves, you slide, all that. I was getting into that. Good buddy of mine. We were doing that, having fun, and we learned how to do it. Or he already knew, but he taught me in California, and then we went to Western Mass, actually.
Yeah. Oh, same spot?
Same spot.
That Thunder?
Yep.
Really?
Thunder Mountain, yeah.
Well, they have a skateboard thing too?
Well, it's a like a big downhill skate community.
Oh, okay.
With the gloves, that, these guys are nuts. Like, I'll stick to the biking.
Junkies.
But at the time, I was like, no, I can do this. It's another thing I can do with my buddy, blah, blah, blah. He was getting into BMX while I was getting into skating. Mm-hmm. So we kind of like, we took turns like coaching each other, to say the least. And we were just on it that day. I was doing hills I'd never done before. You're wearing a helmet and stuff. Yeah. This is like the real deal, man. You can mess yourself up.
Yeah, because you're going, dude, like, I have a friend, shout out to her. I'm trying to get her on, Julia. But she actually got into a fucking competitive competition like abroad in Italy. Like she's sponsored by like the USA and shit like that. Like she was doing that like like that shredding shit. Yeah, I can get you out together actually.
Oh,
she's mad cool. She's out in Ohio.
Okay, what's her name?
Julia. I can send you her information on Instagram. But yeah, she does that shit like but that's like. But yeah, anyways, tell me. Yeah,
you got to get her on the
podcast. No, she's down. So like I said, when I start traveling and the 2025 is gonna be a big year, man. I'm excited. It's gonna be a big year. But yeah, sorry, I mean cut you off.
Yeah, it sounds like it. No, that's fine, man. It's what we're here for.
Excellent.
So, should we turn a light on?
Let me see.
You think
that's good here. How we looking over here? Let me see. Is it on? The red light's on? Oh, it's fucking off. All right, it died on me. All right. So we got one camera angle. Actually, we are already past the hour mark too. But yeah, keep going though. Keep going.
Okay. Let me know. There's a light behind you, and there's a light here. My bad. That was my one responsibility.
No, you're good, dude. No, I love it because that means you were so in the zone I love it. Keep going. No, keep going. You're good. We'll just have to use the wide angle. Just gotta keep the wide angle. Boom. All right, keep going. You're good.
Does that thing need a battery?
Well, yeah, my batteries are dead. I thought I had these fucking charged. Let me double check. Actually, let me double check. I thought I had, because one of them died.
Yeah, I won't. I'm gonna grab a seltzer anyway.
Oh shit! Can you grab that for me? Let me see. Thank you. Ooh, let's go. Perfect. All right, we're back.
Yeah, let me know. Let me know if this is any better.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, perfect. Perfect.
Decent.
Baby. Yeah, no, that's perfect. Thank you. Yee. We're taking a little thank you for the battery too. Hey, let's go.
I haven't lost my train of thought.
No, you're good. No, I'm loving it.
I'm good.
Yeah, we just reached the hour mark too, so we're just chilling.
Is there a length you want to keep this at?
No, I just do a minimum of an hour, and then from there, we just go with the flow. Yeah, because last night I did a podcast with Low Gravity Uncensored podcast in Rhode Island, and that's the same thing. They do the same shit. It was like hour minimum, and then they just go as long as whatever. And we did 2 hours and like 30 minutes. We just kept talking.
Dang, that's sick.
It's just funny. I mean, this is like you said. It's just like when we talked on the phone the first time. We were really talking for like, dude. That's what blew my mind too. It was like an hour and a half. We were just talking. We haven't talked in a decade plus. We're like, oh shit.
Dude, nah, we talked for like 2 hours.
Oh really? Oh shit. I know we talked for a fucking while. I was like,
the first call we talked for like 2, maybe almost 2.5.
Yeah, because I was in Pennsylvania at the time for work,
and
so
then,
that's what I remember.
No, we talked again for almost another 2.
Yeah.
And I was like, dang, that's crazy.
Yeah, dude, it's just like, again, when you just have this genuine conversation, it's just like, and people love and miss that shit though, you know?
No, absolutely.
Oh, but, okay, let me get back on track. Oh yeah, moment in your life. You said it was multiple points in your life.
Yeah.
So yeah, what was the moments in your life where you just because right now you're digging yourself out of the valley. Yep, you're talking about because you were at such a high and this high peak in this 2 years in 2022 you're down. Then you've got into you're back in the Thunder bike mode to do the skateboarding, right? That's what we left up on with Dave, right?
Oh, yeah, different friend.
Oh, that's all. Okay,
so. Yeah, him and I, we were working for Dave all winter in California, winter of 2022. We get back in the spring, and then we're skating. We're having this, like...
You can go ahead.
Oh, is it...
I thought I had it recorded. All right, there we go. Boom, battery. Boom. All right, you're good. You're good. We're back.
Yeah, we're on this crazy high, like, dude, I'm doing hills I've never done before, like on the skateboard, and my friend, he's like, he might as well be pro, like, he's like in the community, he's really good, and he's like, yeah, take it easy, and I remember, dude, to this day, I'm driving, and this hill wasn't in the plan for the day.
Okay.
We just happened to like drive by it, and he's like, "Oh, take a left, go up this hill. We're going on these windy roads in Western Mass, forever farms, cows, all different like little barns, these big fields. And we get up to the top of this hill, take another big sweeping right hand turn, and then like there it is. This like I don't know if they rate the hills, but it would be similar to like a black diamond or double black diamond at a ski resort. And you know, when you're on a high, you're like, oh yeah, I got this. Like you're pretty much invincible.
Yeah.
And yeah, I remember we get out. He goes ahead, so I can kind of follow his path. And we're going down, and it's kind of like a pretty big signature left hand turn, S turn to the right. So it like goes down, and then almost like bottoms out to the right into like a slight uphill. So I'm like, all right, I just gotta like make it through this. No worries, like I got it, you know. So I'm going down, following my buddy. And at this point, he like picks right up because he's a little taller. Maybe he's got like 20 pounds on me, so he's just like gone. I'm like, all right, no worries. Still, you know, I still feel in control. Dude, I pick a pretty easy, like straight line through the first turn, and here comes a car on the inside of the turn. And I'm like, ah, shoot. The car goes by. And I'm like, all right, I'm good. As soon as I had that thought, another car coming up the hill. And I'm like, well, I can't take that line. So I kind of go, not swerve, but I just go, let me go over here. And now I'm not going to make the turn. So rookie mistake, when you ride a bike, any bike, if you're on the road and you have to just like go into the grass, you just like ride through the grass. But on a skateboard, it's... Yeah. And I underestimated how fast we were going, because I've done it on a skateboard to where you're on the pavement and you just like ride through the grass. But that's when you're a kid, you're going kind of slow. And I was like, I'll just ride through the grass. So I'm like, at this point, dude, I'm probably going 40, 45. And I'm like, I'll just ride through the grass. Pretty much as soon as I hit the grass, I go, boom, I eject off the skateboard, front flip, and I can't front flip by any means, but that day I could. Front flip straight to my left shoulder, boom, stand up on my feet. I go to move my shoulder and I go, oh, we gotta go. I broke my collarbone.
Oh my God.
And dude, it was like, yeah, my buddy drove me all the way back to here.
All the way from Mass. Oh, so that's like a 4-hour drive. You're in excruciating pain.
And dude, so we get there, they can't do the surgery for 2 weeks.
What?
Yeah, I'm sitting there like this with like the bone just like about to pop out of my skin. And if honestly, my dad was like, dude, just make that thing pop out and then they have to do the surgery. But I was like, no.
Your dad's wild. He's like,
I'll just wait. Because if that bone protrudes, it's like super just dangerous, like prone to infection. Wow. But it never ended up protruding the skin. But yeah, I'm in this chair, dude. I'm sitting here for 2 weeks, like just like watching the leaves on the trees grow, just waiting to get the surgery done. Wow. Going for walks with my dog every day. Like,
wait, so what they do? What could you even do to like? They just give you like painkillers or something like that? Like what? Nothing.
I was just in a sling.
Damn.
And yeah, looking back, they did a really good job, dude. I remember the guy was like our age. Like I was
really?
I was like 25, 26 maybe.
Yeah.
This guy was like 28. I'm like, holy smokes. Like you look, dude, it's like a perfect, almost like an asteroid streak, thin slice on this, with 10 screws and a titanium plate. Because my bone was in like a M shape. Like it almost looked like a Z. Wow. It was 2 breaks, 3 pieces, just like zig, zig, zig.
Do you have a photo? Like the X-rays?
Yeah,
Oh,
for
I gotta
sure.
see that.
Yeah.
Yo, send that to me so I can post that on the fucking video. Like, this is the X-ray.
Yeah, I'll find it.
Wow, so that's crazy. Like, like when you, like, were you, did that make you nervous at all at first when you met him? Like, when you're like, oh, this guy's young. Is it like, does he know what he's doing? Like, or not? He just had the confidence.
No, he's like, honestly, doctors, they're just like calm people. Yeah. And for one, they make a lot of money. And for two, they're super confident because they spent 8 years or whatever in school. And then for three, hopefully I don't get canceled for saying this, but they're surrounded by hot nurses. Nice. And if there's 10 hot nurses, 8 of them want to date that guy. So they're not stressing about much.
Facts. Yeah, you ain't wrong, though.
Besides the fucking idiot that just showed up with a broken collarbone. Yeah. And he's got to fix him up. Yeah. And he really doesn't have time. He's
like, dude, I got 2 baddies I'm trying to see you later after this, dude. Like, you're literally holding me up right now.
He's like, you had to do that today, but anyways.
He's literally about to go to the date. No, but dude, I can't. You have to be calm in that situation, right? Because it's like you're perceiving your perception will be put onto the patient, right? Yeah. It's like I mean, you're the one that's supposed to lead in a sense. So it's like if they see you nervous,
dude, he was chiller than anything. I can remember to this day, before they put the mask on for the anesthesia to knock me out. I can remember to this day like how chill he was. He was just like, all right, man, we're gonna get this done. Like, he wasn't even, you know, how people like roll a joint and they're chilled out. Yeah. He was as chill as just like, oh, you need a light. Just like, wow. oh, you need me to fix your collarbone? Yeah. Like, wow. Dude was so confident, man.
He just looked at it like it was an easy day. Like, he's like, oh, it's just a collarbone, all right.
Yeah, like, I wouldn't say easy, but just, he just knew, like, we're going to go in, boom, I know you had to wait 2 weeks, but I appreciate you waiting. Yeah. Like, dude, and to this day, now that I have this scar and I've got 10 screws and a titanium plate, you start asking people, oh, yeah, oh, you had your collarbone broken too? Oh. Dude, they show you, and you're like, holy smokes, did you do that in your garage with your freaking grandpa? Like, why does that thing look like that? Their shoulders, like, that bad? It's lower than the other one, or like, there's still staples in it from like 3 years ago. Dude, it looks like, what's the show with Rick and Daryl, The Walking Dead? It looks like they they just had to do like an emergency surgery
in the backyard of a barn. Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, holy smokes, I'm so glad that guy was like a young, talented guy, because I got lucky. I got super lucky.
Hey, let's go. And let me, because you were talking, you were explaining too, like that was a part of like in 2022, right? That happened, and was that when you started falling from your peak? When you hit that
No, this was the start of it. This was the very start of it. After that, I was like, you know what, dude? And my dad kind of like pointed it out. He's like, what, you don't feel good enough biking? He's like, because I was skating.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, shoot, yeah, he's got a point. And after that, you know, I traveled for work. I was out in Utah for a while, running excavators with my buddy Nat. Shout out to my friend Nat. Shout out to Australia.
All right, no wide camera. Okay.
Oh shoot.
No, that one should be good.
You want to hit it?
No, I don't have any more for that one. That one's
What GoPro is that?
7. GoPro 7. Oh, do you have a battery? That'd be sick if you got an extra battery. Oh, you savage! It might. Wait, is that a newer one or an old? Oh, let me see. It might work. Cause I know the newer ones are a bit bigger than.
Shoot.
Yeah, it's too big. Actually, wait, hold up. Let me double check.
Try it.
Yeah, it doesn't know until you try. Yeah, too big, son of a bitch.
Dang.
Yeah, dang it.
Let me look real quick. My dad might have one.
Hey, let's go.
No, actually, he's on. he's on vacation.
Nah, no worries, Dan.
To specifically go.
To get GoPro video.
Well, dude, you want to use mine?
No, because I'm probably going to wrap up within like 10 minutes or so.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
So no worries about it. Yeah, don't worry about it. I appreciate it. I just need to be more prepared next time. I thought I had them all charged up, but I think me leaving them outside, like, because I had them in my truck, like my recording gear. I don't know if the cold. Oh, fuck.
Nah, you're fine, dude.
Nah. Let me grab a napkin.
No, don't just leave it. Just
No.
leave it.
Oh, dang it.
No, just leave it. I'll deal with it.
Oh, damn it. All right, I feel terrible.
No, don't for a second.
Okay, what is it? So so your dad asked you, it's like, so biking isn't good enough for, like, satisfying enough for you?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
And I was like, dang, he's got a point. So I don't know, like when you run heavy equipment, you listen to podcasts, you listen to music, or like an interview on YouTube, whatever's kind of like, to put it straight, you have a lot of free time because you're just like working, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I had a lot of time to think, and I was like, how can I branch outside of my own path with biking? And I was like, I gotta bring more people together. So then I started like writing down these ideas for events.
Okay.
And I reached out to my friend Chris. Shout out to Circuit BMX Shop, Vic Bencourt, and Chris Childs. Okay. Chris helped me a lot with planning and organizing these local BMX events, like in Providence, Boston.
Oh, you've been doing them around here.
Yeah,
okay.
all around here. And yeah, the first one, man, I'll never forget. It was like, I came home from Utah, and it was just like this, you know, like a big friendly ghost of all these people from home just like hugged me and welcomed me to this event that we put on. But yeah, like, I'm so pumped that we did that.
Yeah. How was that experience, like, your first time hosting? Like, like,
dude,
what was going through your mind?
It just felt natural. Like, when there's something you really like, and then you're with a bunch of people that really like that specific thing, you just feel comfortable. You feel like for me, I'm almost like, whoa, I didn't even know this is who I am until I'm around these people. Like, you have something to identify with, and you can express yourself a little more freely, knowing, oh, you know, there's 40 other people here that are just like me. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, everyone's still their own individual. Yeah. You have this outlet that everyone relates to.
It is beautiful. No, it's awesome you saying that, because that's something I'm working, like, my goal for next year too is I've been telling myself, like, I want to host like a podcast event. Like, my goal is to do like a live episode where, like, maybe it's like me and then one person or two other people that are like the main people that are there, and then have like a rotating guest. Like, it would be like people in the crowd. Hey, who wants to come up and be on the part of this episode? Hey, you, come on up. All right, so how you liking this event so far? Oh, where are you from? Oh, you're from afar? Oh, shit, what made you come here? Oh, you like podcast? You know what I mean? Said like that. And then I would have, you know, because I met so many people who do events and vendors and have their own pop-ups, I'd be like, oh, you want to come post your shop here? And so, you know what I mean? I want, like I said, like, I feel like with my destiny with this podcast is like, it's my way of helping others, is by bringing people together. So I think, like, honestly, hearing you say that too is definitely kind of it is motivating me more to be like, all right, host it, because then once I see that moment where I see everyone come together, I'm like, all right, I gotta do this.
Yeah, no, totally, man. And like, it's weird because a lot of people go, oh, you know, thanks so much, and it's like, dude, if none of you guys showed up, like, yeah, I'm just standing in the city by myself, you know, like, obviously people are gonna show up, but they don't realize, like, dude, you just show up and, like, boom, you got a new friend. Oh, you don't really like biking? Well, this guy freaking, he plays Fortnite, or, you know, this guy freaking does this. And before you know it, you got 5 new friends, and you already kind of knew a couple of them, but communal stuff, like, no matter what it is, as long as you're not going out there killing people, like,
unless they have a murder club.
Yeah, like just go do it. You'll never know until you just show up and go, oh, you know what? I like this a little more than I thought. Yeah. Like, and yeah, with BMX, it's how do I say it? You just get to see everyone for about 10 hours be a really, really good version of themselves. That's how I see it. Because I know, oh, you know, I'm going to try to do good tricks. Like, my friends are here. It's motivating. Like, am I making sense?
No, 100%. No, because when you're with great people and the camaraderie, it's like it motivates you
the
more.
Camaraderie, man. Yeah. That's like, it's just important to have camaraderie. Like, no matter what, honestly. Like, 100%. Whatever mood you're in, just try to make someone laugh or like whatever, because it's worth it. It's worth putting the energy out there. You think. And I'm not minimizing anybody's problems, but you think, oh, you're having a bad day? Dude, you have no idea what's going on in someone else's own universe. Like, my good friend explained this to me. Like, she says everyone has their own universe inside of their brains, and it's true. Like, even animals, dude. Like, everyone's doing their own thing here that is shared. But the gist of it is, no matter what, like, dude, I got problems, you got problems. There's people that would cut their pinky off to have our problems, and vice versa. Yeah. And you have no idea, like, you know, you show up to work and you're grumpy for 10 minutes, that can trail off for the rest of the day. And it's contagious, like, but just as humor is contagious, just be funny. Yeah. Just be funny or whatever, smile, and before you know it, you're like, what was I even, like, grumpy about? And hey, I'm not saying, like, oh, your grandma died, make a joke about it. No, like, feel your feelings, of course. But at the same time, there's people in your world, in your life, that you really don't know what they're going through. Like, they can talk about it all they want, but you don't know how they feel. You don't know how they've been dealing with it, how long they've been having to go through it. Just do your best to be around people and be positive.
Yeah. And you're right, though. You know, it's easier said than done, but it's just like...
Absolutely.
But once you have that... I think once you start... Because me personally, like, I've been starting, like, every day, like, what am I blessed for today? Oh, I'm up today. I'm alive. I'm healthy. And, like, my ads... Like, honestly, I used to, like, wake up, like... slightly in a grog, like, you know, I mean, usually it's like the first like 10 minutes I'm like, fuck, I gotta go to work, but then I'm like, okay, like, you know, I did wake up today, that's a blessing. I got my feet on the ground, that's a like, man. I can walk today. There's people that have to go into a wheelchair today, like, not saying like, you know shit, but it's just like,
no, for sure,
just like, again, like, you know, it's like they say comparison is a thief of joy, but like, also, like, you could turn it around and be like, you know, compare yourself to people who do have it worse, like you said, that wish they had it like you. Like, you have to appreciate what you, like, you know, and it's made my perspective on life a lot easier, you know. I mean, it's just like, well, like, shit, like, you literally just said it. People would cut their, you know, pinky to have this, dude, like, a roof over their head.
Yeah, or clean off.
Yeah, or that polar fucking seltzer.
Dude, clean off, clean off. They wouldn't think twice about it.
But dude, I was gonna say we are. I want to wrap this up, but right, Alex, man, dude, man. So thank you so much, man. So like, seriously, I'll definitely do this again. I would love to have you on multiple times. But before we get off, please share how people can support you, your dreams, and anything you want to like say. You know, positive, fucking whatever, words of affirmation. The floor is yours.
Yeah. Just support me by being kind to the people in your life, and I know on all sides of it what it's like to kind of be bad to the ones you love the most, and especially around this time of year, like, you're gonna be spending a lot of time with friends, family, like those who you love, and just be mindful. Like, be mindful of what comes out of your mouth. I try to remind myself of that as much as I can, and at the same time have grace with yourself. Like, be gentle and just do your best. Like, your highest self always knows if you're doing your best or not, and don't judge yourself of I'm not doing my best. Like, there's gonna be days that are just better than others. That's just how life is. And like anything, nothing blooms all the time.
I like that. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, man.
Dude, thank you so much, guys. Oh yeah, my camera's dead, but do the best you. As always, thank you for supporting the podcast. Please support Alex. All the information will be down in the description below. But most importantly, go support yourself and the people around you because you know why. You deserve it. Have a good one, y'all, and see you in the next episode. Yo, let's do this, Gavin.